I say this all the time, and I know that I'm not the only one. I always say that I have good days and I have bad days, and I have sad days and I have blah days, and then I have some happy days, and I'm just like everybody else. I'm just taking things one day at a time because I think we all understand what's going on here. I think that you know what I tell people all the time. I tell people all the time. I'm like, uh, do you remember when they gave out the government cheese and the government peanut butter? And what else did they give us? It was the government cheese, the peanut butter, and it was I think we got butter sometimes, and then they would give us powdered milk, and that was in New York City. I remember those times. It was I believe from the USDA food program, and during those times I have to look that up because interestingly enough, when I talk to people in New York State, and I asked them, "Oh, did y'all get the government cheese and the government peanut butter and the powdered milk? Did y'all get all that?" They were like, "No." Everybody that I've ever, they were like, "Hey, really? Y'all got that? We got that in New York City." I'd have to look up the time period. I know I was a young man, so that was a long time ago. And I guess, as far as I know, only people from New York City got that. You know what I'm saying? I believe that was given out because the times were really hard back then, and it's pretty much hard right now. It is, right? I have never seen so many people in my life coming into my job, and I'm talking about all ages. Number one, the amount of homeless people in New York State has really risen, and there's a lot of homeless population among the migrants. There's a lot of that. There's a lot of that, and they are occupying these temporary shelters. And when I say these temporary shelters, what I'm saying is that these people are given a month, and that's it. Which I that is not enough time to get your life together, especially when we are headed towards imminent winter. A month is not a lot of time to get your life together. It's not. And then, if after that local shelter puts you out, you are hopefully matched into a longer stay shelter. But from place to place, from what I've heard, the rules of these, I used to work in places like this. The rules from shelter to shelter get progressively worse. Like, you have a curfew, you got to get a statement from your job. You have to attend all these Christian meetings. I mean, these guys come in and they tell us this, and I see the stress in them, and they're stressed out, right? You have to do this, you have to do that. You can't say this, you can't hang out here. You have a strict, I think it's 9 o'clock curfew, and these guys rotate out. Their month is gone. Hopefully, the city has a longer stay. Well, they don't have any city run, but they have these non for profit agencies that run these shelters, and it's. I used to work in some of these places, and it's fuck. It may be changed now, but they've had like these big open air like dorms and bunk beds like in the military, and that would not be a place where you would feel comfortable sleeping amongst a whole bunch of strangers, and somebody could do something to you in your sleep. even though there is security there, but I just listen, I wouldn't know what that's like, I would not know what that's like. There's a lot of homelessness. There's a lot of homelessness in New York State. And I'm talking about men and women. I'm talking about women coming in and either hinting or just pretty much coming out and saying that they live in their cars. I have never seen so many people. And I'm talking about all these people that are in crisis that don't have phones, do not have physical cell phones. I've never seen this before. This is America, and you don't have a physical. Listen, I have 4 cell phones. I have 2 that are active. I have one that I bought just this recently because my long term phone, this cell phone has been on for, not this one, but the other one, it has been on for over 10 years. I bought it used and it was giving me some problems. I needed the battery to be replaced, and it took a long time at this local store. I didn't have a cell phone going on a month. They were not contacting me. It was totally ridiculous. So I bought this other updated Android phone through this carrier that the service literally sucked. I won't say the name, but they are a nationwide carrier, and my phone kept dropping. It kept dropping. It kept constantly dropping. Or I would call and they would say, "You cannot use this provider." I press the button again. "You cannot use this provider." I would go through customer service. They would restart my phone, and it kept doing this. And I said, "I've never in my life ever," and this is a big name, "I never had my calls drop. And even if I managed to talk to somebody, sometimes the service would cut off." This was a brand new phone. And so basically I got rid of that. I kept that for 4 months. I bought the phone out, and I just had the service, which was kind of expensive, $75 a month. You know what I'm saying? And then I turned around. I always wanted. I turned that off because I had no contract. It's just month to month, and that was it. And then I got this new S9 Plus, and I love it. I love the S9 Galaxy phones. I love them, and this S9 Plus is just amazing. It really is. It was totally um, refurbished. Amazon. It only ran me $130, and I put in the Spectrum, and bam, it's an excellent phone, excellent phone. So I had 3 phone services recently, and I paid them all. Right? I'm not bragging, but it's like I've never seen people from age 20 to 60 where they don't have a phone, or they have a phone but they don't have service, and they have to come in and use my company's Wi-Fi in order to do this. They don't have laptops at the house. They don't have a scanner. I have all this stuff. They don't have a scanner at the house. Hell, some of these people, I mean, I could go on and on and on, but the level of poverty out here is really astonishing. It is. It is. This is a whole new ball game, and that I think that people should understand this, right? And do not get distracted by whatever is out here to distract you. Do not waste your time with any of this, any of the news that will inevitably become. It doesn't matter what the news is, and it doesn't matter who your favorite person is, because your favorite person needs to be you. It needs to be you at this time. I think this is the maximum time for selfishness. It really is. It really is. Somebody contacted me that I didn't see in a long time, and this person was asking me for money, and I said, here's a little bit, and there you go, Cash App, whatever, a former acquaintance of mine. And then this person came back at me again. It was like, hey, I said, hey, are you on welfare? Yes. Well, the answer is no. You know, the answer is no. Stop it. You are on your own. You are on your own path. You chose this path. You did. I chose the path that I'm on. You have to get out of here now. It's just that simple. This is not this is not like any other time. Uh, uh, if you've never, ever, or shall I say, I have a lot of videos that talk about a lot of things, but if there was only one video amongst, not excluding the religious video, which that would be the main meat of this whole channel, but and this is the one video that you would have to watch out of all the videos that I've ever done. This one is it. This one is it. This one is the greatest explanation of what's happening now and what's going to happen in our not too distant future. This man, I've been watching this man from day one, him and his brother. I've been watching Crypto Hulk gets it. He gets it really, really, really good. He really, really, really gets it. And it's been something that I've been saying for years. And I never ever wavered from it. And I know that there have been some detractors on my channel that have told me that, yeah, you've been saying that for years, but I do believe that the planned implosion of our financial system is imminent. I've been saying this for years. I've been talking about XRP for years. That is the number one coin on planet Earth. I'm gonna keep saying. Well, I probably if I feel like this is the last video that I'll probably ever talk about XRP seriously, because you're going to have to witness its power in this new global quantum financial system that is incoming. You have to witness its power. There comes a time when you stop talking about things and then you just let it cook. You don't stare at the pot that's boiling. You walk away and you let it cook. Right? We're going to let XRP cook, and it's going to cook very soon. It is the phoenix. It is the coin that's going to rule them all. It is the coin that's going to be the world reserve currency. It has to be a very high price in order to move all the money in the world. I mean, that's just about it. Nothing else can do it. Bitcoin can't do it. BTC can't do it. Only XRP and XLM can do it. Those are the top two coins on planet Earth. And if you don't have any, you will. The amount of people that can't find jobs, the amount of people that the unemployment is running out, the amount of people that are on welfare and they come in all the time and they're looking and they can't find, and the amount of stress on them, the amount of arguments we get into it with these people, those are the people who in the not too distant future, if they don't get assets like XRP and XLM, they are going to be receiving universal basic income for the rest of their miserable lives. It's so obvious. I was just every single point that he was making. I said, when how many articles have I been reading over the years? How many articles have I been reading over the years? How they've been trialing In all these different cities all across America for all these years, they've been trialing, excuse me, they've been giving the residents of their city, it was like $1,000 a month. Yeah, it was I kept seeing that all over the place. They were giving the residents of their city 1,000, sometimes like $1,500 a month in a check. You know, they would do like 50 people. They kept doing that from city to city, from city to city, from city to city. And why were they doing this? And every time they would put these articles in all throughout these different newspapers all around the country, because I have these articles that been coming to my phone, through Google and stuff like that. The more you watch this stuff, the more they keep sending you these articles. They've been doing this for years. They've been doing this for years. Why would they be doing this? Because we are going into a cashless system. It is very, very, very soon at the doors. We're going into a cashless system. You have to know this because, so you won't panic and do something stupid and hit the streets. Because if you hit the streets, what's going to wait for you? It's going to be the military, and you are not built to deal with the United States military. So you need to understand that they're switching this system over. I definitely 100% believe this. The brother asked me the question. He said, "Did you see that Russian foreign minister that talked about how the United States is going to get rid of all their debt through cryptocurrency?" Yes, I saw that video. Yes, I absolutely saw that video. So this is what I'm talking about. Do not be distracted. I hope you have some XRP. And that's about it.